The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Unchanged. The Federal Reserve leaving interest rates unchanged at a range of 1.5% to 1.75%. On the economy here, where it says the labor market continued to strengthen, economic activity is rising at a moderate rate, and it still expects further gradual rate increases. It expects the economy to develop in such a way.
And that will take the stock market down. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. For 3 months, we have not been able, and I've told you, we have not been able to get back to the original all-time high in January 26. We can't even get that. We're 8% away from that all-time high. Can you imagine? We can't move this market, 7-8% in 3 months? What about all these fantastic earnings? All we keep hearing about is earnings fantastic, blockbuster, earnings strong, beating estimates.
We got wonderfully strong earnings that are benefiting from lots of things. Sales around the world are good. Emerging markets are very good. Everybody says, oh, the tax benefits are already in the numbers. If that's so, how come all these companies keep beating the estimates?
They beat the estimates easy. You're a fraud. They beat his estimates because they send out their CEOs to sit and meet with the analysts who follow the company, and they tell the analyst who follows their company, they give them a lowball number. It's the biggest trick ever. They've been doing this for years. They'll tell them, we're going to come in at one number, let's say 1% earnings, or $1 worth of earnings, and then knowing they're going to come in at 2. And the dopes on CNBC, who are paid for, by these corporations, they'll sit there and say, oh, look at this. They beat. Let's come in at $1 worth of earnings, now they got $2 worth of earnings, which they already knew. It's all fake. It's all fraud. It's unbelievable. Talking about these corporations, the corporate debt is going to take down this bubble. Now, what's going to start the crash is going to be the FANG stocks, your Facebook, your Netflix, your Apple. Talking about Apple, all these stocks, all these companies, and Apple is a big one, their stock is up because of the tremendous amount of stock buybacks. There's 5 companies that have the most stock buybacks in the country. Apple is number 1. Number 1 in stock buybacks. What are you, nuts? This is crazy. That's what's going on. And these corporations, their stocks are going up, but their earnings, they're not meeting the rally. In other words, their stock prices are going up much faster than their earnings growth. But nobody wants to talk about that. $22 billion in stock buybacks for Apple. That's just a quarter. What are you, nuts? IBM, $15 billion. This is just crazy. It's all stock buy. Everything's fake. And what they're not talking about is the dollar. The reason why these gangbuster earnings can't push our stock market 7 points higher to go back to the all-time high. 3 months, they can't move the market 7%. Because of the dollar. The dollar's going through the roof. So that means our exports, the quarters going forward, they know are going to stink. So here they're talking about these fantastic quarter that we're having with these earnings. But what these guys on CNBC and Fox aren't telling the investors, the big institutional money the insurance companies, the hedge funds, the banks, they're not putting money into the stock market to push up the market 7% because they know going forward earnings are going to stink. Oh, yeah, we had great earnings now, but they're going to stink in the future. And why is the dollar going up? That's going to kill our exports. Because remember, we're seeing inflation in oil. As oil keeps going up, every time you have oil going up or inflation in any commodity, the 10-year Treasury yield automatically goes up. And that 10-year Treasury yield is what, remember, tells us what we have to pay for interest on the national debt. And when our economy, our debt is growing 35% more than our economy's growth, and we have to keep raising the interest rates on our national debt, that's a killer. So the dollar keeps going up because when you see the yield on the 10-year Treasury going up, everybody from Europe, the investors from Europe who always chase yields, they run over here and they want to buy our 10-year our treasuries that have a yield of 3%. Well, they can't buy them with euros. They got to buy them with dollars. So they have to buy dollars to buy treasuries. So the dollar's going through the roof. So that means Caterpillar, IBM, McDonald's, all these Dow 30 companies, with 67 to 70% of their income comes from selling goods overseas. They can't sell their goods overseas when the dollar's that high. They can't compete. So that means the next quarter, we're going to be worse off. And that's why we can't move 7% in 3 months. You believe that? But does anybody tell you that? No. Here's Ron Paul talking about the dollar.
You know, the fundamentals show that the spenders are in Washington. They're alive and well. The deficit's skyrocketing like never before. I don't know how you can keep monetizing that debt without weakening of the dollar one way or the other. You know, the real reason the market has to go down is because it's too high. And those are the fundamental reason is that we've had too much printing of money, especially since 1971, especially with the QE. So everything is artificial.
That's right. How many times? I've been saying that all along. Everything is artificial. This whole stock market's artificial. Fake headlines. We have fake headlines every night when we go home. When we sit down and we listen to evening news, all fake. Fake news. We also have now fake headlines with economic news. Just think about the sense of hope that everybody was getting. Remember the sense of hope that was a signal that was sent out by the Trump rally. Remember how everybody was all excited?
We will build gleaming new roads, bridges, railways, waterways, tunnels. We're going to get health care taken care of in this country. The working people are going to get a massive tax break.
Well, wait a minute. There's no bridges. There's no gleaming bridges. That didn't happen. There's no new roads. That's not happening. Health care. We never, with health care, never did we get a break. They were supposed to take health care, remember, and get rid of it. Repeal it. They didn't repeal it. So people that are working, the working folks still have to, they don't have enough disposable income. Remember, when they pay their taxes, when they pay their health care, about $18,000 a year for a family, and if you're working for a company, you get a little bit of break. Even you don't pay the whole $18,000, but you still have to pay about $8,000 of the $18,000. That's the killer right here. That's why. See, the reason the economy can't grow is we have lack of disposable income, meaning income that remains after deduction of taxes and health insurance and rent and mortgage payments and student loan payments and auto loan payments and credit card payments. A guy who makes, let's say, even $60,000 a year and has a family of 4, when he's done with his mandatory payments, he has nothing left. So what is he doing? He's using his credit card as a line of credit, emergency money. What are you, nuts? We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
After 3 months on 2018, I'm up over about 15% for the year.
I love the webinars. I love all of the training videos.
Phil has definitely kept me informed on a day-to-day basis on the ups and downs in the market.
I really appreciated how he explained why it was very risky to start buying stock.
Thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I would highly recommend joining Phil's Gang. Very inexpensive compared to what you are getting or receiving for the money.
Yes, I would recommend Phil's Gang to anyone who is interested in buying stocks.
Join the gang, follow Phil, manage your own money. You'll be glad you did.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been extremely happy with everything that they've done.
You have all the tools necessary to become a successful trader.
Phil's Gang is like having a pro by your side all day long.
I would highly recommend Phil's Gang to the average retail investor.
It is truly a great value for what it offers.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. philsgang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today, 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Learn, invest, and profit with philsgang.com. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Become a philsgang.com member today and start making profits in the stock market with Phil's investing programs and video stock picks. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
In spite of what government does, in spite of what the Fed does, they can move markets for a day or two, but they can't move them, they can't overcome it. Markets are very, very powerful, even though there's a lot of interference and there's deliberate interference. I think the plunge protection team is alive and well.
Now, what Ron Paul's talking about, the plunge protection team, that plunge protection team is made up of a small group of people led by the president, and each morning they get together, where you get the head of the part of that group, the Treasury Secretary, the commodities trading future, the commodities CFTC, right, Future Trading Commission chair, the SEC chair, Treasury Secretary chair, Chicago Board of Trade chair. Couple more. They all get together in the morning and say, what are we going to do with the market? We got to make sure the market doesn't break through this support they call the 200-day moving average. For over a month now, we have not been able to break through that 200-day moving average to get a further correction in the market. Remember, we've had a 12% correction that started. Our market is in the middle of a market crash. I know you don't want to believe it, but it is. I told you on January 16th the market was going to correct, it was going to crash. I said the market correction was going to start sometime between January 16th and the second week of February, and I was right on. January 26th, the market started to correct, went down 12%. Never do you see where a market corrects 12%, that it stays that low, never retraces back what we call V-shaped recovery. Never do you not see a V-shaped recovery. We are not seeing one this time. And as I said, it's been 3 months, and we can't move the market 7% with these terrific earnings, because see, all we hear is not just fake headline news from the major medias, but we're getting fake economic news. Fake economic news. And they're trying to convince us, take parking space in our head, that everything's fantastic. Everything's just wonderful, fantastic.
The economy is the untold story in many ways. When good things happen for economic growth, the stock market goes up.
We have a very good economy.
This is why we have a very strong market.
This market on fire.
Strong economy. Where is it? They just came in with our economic growth numbers for the first quarter of 2018. It came in at 2.7%. Now, that is worse than we had in our first quarter. Our first quarter, the last quarter, 2018, I think was 2.9%. They came in the first quarter, 2018, around 2.3%, and that's the first read. It's going to be 1.7% on the next read or lower, because again, what they're doing, they do all these adjustments. Everything's phony. By the time they do their adjustments, they're going to, like, for example, with the fake headlines, we get fake numbers. We get all kinds of fake numbers. And we get, for example, they'll give us the GDP number, and they'll take the inventory, and what they'll do is tweak it to make sure the inventory is bloated. And then the next reading, they don't bloat the inventory, and it comes in even worse. So there is all kinds of stuff going on that is just all fake. It's just fake. So the big problem we have now is if you take a person, an average working American, he's not making enough disposable income. When he's finished paying his bills, he hasn't got enough money to go out and consume. So they're keeping interest rates low, very low, when they should be raising them. They're keeping them low so people can get automobiles and student loans. And then when they run out of money, when their disposable income, meaning after they pay their taxes on their payroll and they pay all the things they have to pay, rent and mortgage and all that, they have nothing left. So people are using their credit cards. So what they're doing is keeping interest rates real low. They're still giving the consumer access to cheap money, access to easy credit. It's unbelievable. The lack of income, disposable income, is the problem we're having. So the wages are the real problem. Wages aren't going up because wages, I keep telling you over and over, the reason they keep exporting our jobs because wages are the first, is the biggest expense for corporations. That's why they keep taking our jobs and outsourcing it. So the problem is that the people who remain here and have jobs, the income is terrible. After deduction of everything, all their mandatory charges, including health insurance, there's nothing left. The tax cut was supposed to dramatically accelerate economic GDP growth, remember? Oh, we're going to go to 3%, 4%, 5%. Remember they said to us this tax cut was going to accelerate economic GDP growth to 3 to 4% through increased wages. Wages were going to increase. That would increase our disposable income. Consumption would go up, and our GDP would go up, and everybody's going to be happy. But it only occurred for the top 10% of the population. The rest of the population saw little or no difference in their paycheck. Obama, 10 years prior to Obama becoming president, disposable income was 10 times more, or 3.3%, than today's 0.2%. Let me repeat that. When Obama became president, disposable income was 3.3%, or 10 times more than what it is today at 0.2%. He killed it. He killed it. What are you, nuts? What has kept the consumer, or driving the momentum, I should say, okay, of the consumption, was the credit card. He didn't have increased savings. In fact, the amount of savings set aside during Obama 8 years, oh, and by the way, during how long Trump's been in office, which the liberals will tell you is 1 year, 102 days, 2 hours, and 18 minutes. They hate him so much. Slipped. It has slipped. That's right, to 1.7%. Disposable income is now the lowest on record. So everything is on credit now. It's unbelievable. They tell us that things are good. We'll be right back with some stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
After 3 months on 2018, I'm up over about 15% for the year.
I love the webinars. I love all of the training videos.
Phil has definitely kept me informed on a day-to-day basis on the ups and downs in the market.
I really appreciated how he explained why it was very risky to start buying stock.
Thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I would highly recommend joining Phil's gang. Very inexpensive compared to what you are getting or receiving for the money.
Yes, I would recommend Phil's gang to anyone who is interested in buying stocks.
Join the gang, follow Phil, manage your own money. You'll be glad you did.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Information. Your world is a non-stop stream of information. As investors, we have to filter through the information, recognize pattern trends, and take advantage. At philsgang.com, we simplify and give you the exact information and support you need to make you a smarter and more profitable investor. For as low as $39.95 a month, you will have complete access to all the Phil's Gang daily information. Gain the wisdom and knowledge of Phil's 40 years of investing analysis. If your time is valuable and you're looking to make profits in the stock market, choose philsgang.com to provide long-term and short-term guidance to making profits in the stock market. This information you can't live without. Call today. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and sign up today.
Hi, my name is Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Most people would love to be in the stock market, but they're scared not being in. They're scared about not getting out in time. Well, that is over because now you can join Phil's Gang and my stock video program and follow me with specific stock on the video, and you will be out in time.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Been very happy with the results on 2018. I'm up over about 15% for the year.
Because he gives a lot of good insight to understand not only what is happening, but why the market is doing what it's doing.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
Phil has definitely kept me informed on a day-to-day basis on the ups and downs in the market.
I've been extremely happy with everything that they've done and afforded me by becoming a Phil's Gang member.
Thank you so much for what you do, Phil. Not only for us, but also for St. Jude. I would highly recommend Phil's Gang to the average retail investor.
I would highly recommend joining Phil's Gang. Very inexpensive to be able to have that everyday guidance that you can get from Phil's Gang.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And we're actually thinking of a sixth, and that would be the Space Force. Does that make sense? The Space Force, General. You probably haven't even heard that. I'm just telling you now. This is perhaps because we're getting very big in space, both militarily and for other reasons. And we are seriously thinking of the Space Force.
Are you kidding?
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
Space Force. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, so what's going on? We can't fix anything that's going on in this country because the large corporations own our Congress. And when they own the Congress, they just go over there and they pay them $200,000, $300,000 apiece, Ryan and the rest of them, and they get whatever legislation they want to become even more rich. Since QE began, the top 10% of income earners in this country, they become so incredibly wealthy by being invested in our stock market, as was rigged since 2008 to go up 250% by making sure interest rates were so low that these corporations could go out and borrow money up to their neck, which is going to be their downfall, which is going to help this market crash. They could go borrow this money $5.1 trillion they borrowed to buy their stock back, to push the stocks up. Prosperity without profits. Pushing the stock up so they could get richer and richer, because the top 10 percentile, they're the ones who made the money because they are invested in the stock market. They're the ones who control 84% of the stock market gains. When there is a gain, every time you hear on CNBC or Fox or one of those dopey stations, and they say, oh, the market's up 3% today or 2% today. Well, guess who got 84% of that gain? A very small handful of people. The rest of America has been supported by credit cards. They're being supported by credit cards. It's all air underneath the rest of the people in this country. This is crazy, but people don't want to believe that. And as long as you have these guys on these financial shows every day spieling out their lies, their narrative about how great the economy is, it's only great for the top 10%. The bottom 90% thinks it's great because the top 1% of the 10% own our banks. They'll give you a credit card. They own all the car dealerships. They'll give you a car. You could have a credit score of 3%. They don't care. They'll give you a car. They don't care what your credit score is. Everybody can get a credit card. Credit card has become today's emergency money. My parents, your parents, would never think of using a credit card. This is crazy. The wealth gap between America's high-income group, the 10 percentile that owns 84% of the stock market gains, and everybody else is so wide. But how they fill it in? They fill it in with credit cards. And easy credit. You can go buy a car. You can go buy a boat. You can go buy a motorcycle. You can go buy anything you want. Easy credit. Our owners, the 1 percentile of the 10%, make that possible. The working Main Street middle-class person who makes $55,000 to $60,000 a year, family of 4, are working paycheck to paycheck. Because when they're done paying their health insurance of $18,000, their mortgage, their car, their student loan, all the other insurances, taxes on their house, they have virtually nothing left. But go buy a car. It's okay. Buy a snowmobile. Buy 2 matching colors. Buy a Wave Runner. Buy whatever you want. And this idiot Powell, that Trump put into the Federal Reserve now, taking over Aunt Bee's position. He's now the chair. He's telling us that he wants to further loosen the rules over the banks. Are you kidding? So he wants to continue to make sure that money is cheap. So he wants to loosen the rules so that the banks can once again loan to you, who shouldn't be buying a house, money for a house. We're going to start this all over again. So all of those rules that were put in place to make sure you didn't lose your house, the 8 million people didn't lose their houses again. The 8 million people, remember, who got foreclosed on their house, so that doesn't happen because the bank screwed you? Remember the rules put in that you can't do that again? They're coming off so that the banks can sell people homes that can't afford them, like they're selling people cars that they can't afford, selling them student loans they can't afford. Oh, what about the wage increases? Oh, we don't need those. We got credit cards. Wage increases? Are you nuts? Minuscule. The median income of a middle-class household, which again, the middle class is disappearing at an alarming rate, the middle class has dropped from 61% down to 48% under the combined administrations of Baby Bush and the socialist Obama. And wages have been stagnant. Wages haven't increased. Adjusted for inflation, they haven't increased since 1972. So to keep the momentum of consumption, because remember what they keep reminding us, how you grow the GDP, how you grow the economy is through consumption. 70% of our economic growth to get to that, remember the first quarter 2008 GDP that came in at what, 2.7% or 2.3%? How did they get to 2.3%? You got to go out and buy stuff. Well, when you're finished done paying all your bills, the disposable income you have left, none, you go and get a credit card. And if your credit card's tapped out, you go get another one and pay that one off. So credit cards have become the lifeline. Credit cards have become the emergency cheap money used to make up for the stagnant wages and the lousy jobs with lousy benefits. Annual credit card debt is growing at the highest ever. Student auto loans, the same thing. Student auto loan debt or delinquencies are the highest ever. But do you think they care? They don't care. They put the interest rates up. They could care less. They make enough money. They could have 20 people a day, 20,000 people a day default, but they still make plenty of profits, these banks. But yet we keep hearing on the headline economic news how everything's terrific. Everything's great. Don't worry. Everything's going to be just wonderful. The economy's strong.
The economy is the untold story in many ways. When good things happen for economic growth, the stock market goes up.
No, the stock market doesn't go up because of good things happening. The stock market goes up because we can make sure that our CEOs can borrow money at 1.5% and go buy their own stock. And when that stock goes up, who benefits? The big guys, the 10 percentile, who control 84% of the gains in the market today. So what do we do? How are you going to get ahead? Keep going getting credit cards? Oh, you think you're going to live on Social Security? No. You got to start using the stock market to your advantage. You got to use the stock market so when the market goes down, you have prepared yourself. So when the market does correct, you're always making money. I can get you to do that. I've been on this earth for 72 years, for heaven's sakes. Been doing this business for over 40. I can get you to that position. You've got to do something. We'll be right back. It is now 43 past the hour here at Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Did you miss today's Phil's Gang radio show with Phil Grandy? The archives are absolutely free, posted in audio and video formats. Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com. Let me ask you, do you have a backup plan? Most of us have a financial backup plan. What if your backup plan doesn't work out? What if the market corrects 20, 30, 40%? At philsgang.com, they go to great lengths to develop stock market investing programs that match the needs of their customers. They are closely aligned with what the customer wants, and they have comprehensive educational investing programs that are tailored for beginners to experienced investors. philsgang.com provides daily live stock market webinars. They post up-to-the-minute market alerts, stock performances, and market analysis. For only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com is making sure their customers have a financial backup plan by providing the investing tools and guidance that their customers seek. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. philsgang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today, 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Learn, invest, and profit with philsgang.com. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Listen to what people are saying about philsgang.com.
I am up 5% right now, closer to 6%.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I have never made so much money in the stock market.
I'm up $28,000 since November.
No matter if the markets are up or down, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang team put you on the path to making profits in the stock market.
This is Deb from Sarasota.
This is Bill from Miami, Florida.
This is Cora from Hawaii.
Hey, this is Paul from Tampa Bay area. I would highly recommend Phil's Gang to the average retail investor.
I would recommend Phil and Phil's Gang to anyone.
Join thousands of investors and start making profits in the stock market. Call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or sign up at philsgang.com. Again, 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know what the biggest problem with the stock market and why people stay out of the market? Because they don't know when to get out. Well, those days are over. I have a new system. It's called the MV2 Video Stock System. I choose one stock. You follow that video, do exactly what I tell you. I tell you to buy, you buy. When I tell you add on, you add on. When I tell you to sell, you sell. When I tell you to run like hell, you do.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. This segment is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 stock charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com.
The only thing that looks good is the stock market, but if you raise interest rates even a little bit, that's going to come crashing down. We are in a big, fat, ugly bubble.
Where is candidate Trump now? No longer is there a big, fat, ugly bubble. Has that gone away? I don't think so. The bubble's getting fatter and uglier. But here's the problem. It's not growing anymore. So please be prepared for the impending continuation, I should say, of the stock market crash. That's not to be scared. You don't get scared. Don't call up everybody and just jump out and buy your stocks. I can prepare you like the rest of my gang around the country, around the world. There's a stock symbol called SDS. What that means is when the stock market starts going down, I will be buying SDS, which I've already bought for my own account. And every day when you join my gang, I do a video on SDS. You join the gang for $39.95 a month. You follow SDS, my video, 3 times a day. I tell you what's going on with SDS. I also do it with other stocks. We have some opportunities. Or our oil stocks, where everybody, when people weren't making money, we were making money in oil stocks. We got in early. We were making an average of 10% returns on our oil stocks. But SDS is what you need, because SDS, when the market goes down, you will be making money. I'm in it myself. The video shows you exactly what I'm doing. So call now, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. They're waiting for your call. And for 1 month, just for $39.95, don't invest in market. You're investing in yourself. And for 1 month, watch me as I take SDS, invested in it, take care of it, and every move that I make, I tell you about. I'm saying I'm going to add more, or I'm not. I'm going to take profits, or I'm going to move my stop. You just do the same thing. That's all you do. So if you're a mason, you're a truck driver going from coast to coast, however busy you are, or if you're just not busy at all, and you just don't want to learn anything, just follow what I do on SDS. You're going to have. You think this market's just going to keep going up? It can't go up in 3 months. It can't go up 7%. Why? Because over this last 10 years, it's going up 257% because a small group of people could borrow money from Wall Street gangsters at incredible near zero, low rates, 1.5%, and keep buying their own stocks back. But yet, these gangsters on CNBC and Fox and the rest of these financial outlets every day are telling you, oh, look at the economy's great. No, it's not. The lack of disposable income is the problem. It's not great. The first quarter GDP of 2018 was 2.3%, far worse than the last quarter, 2017, 2.9%. The 2.3% is really 1.7%. They manipulated the inventory to get it to the 2.3% from 1.7%. That would be adjusted down. Unbelievable. The average American, the market's not going to go up anymore because the average American owns $6,000 on each of his 3 credit cards. And he has no income, he has no disposable money left, income to spend when he's finished paying his bill. The lack of disposable income is going to kill this economy. Once their credit cards are tapped out, then where? Where do we go? The BLS manipulates disposable income numbers, like all the other numbers. Don't pay attention to the stuff you're hearing on CNBC and these other programs, these financial programs. The BLS manipulates disposable income numbers all the time. The BLS manipulates economic GDP growth numbers by adjusted inventory. The BLS manipulates the unemployment rate. Oh, they say we have an unemployment rate of 4.5%. No, we don't. We have a 15% unemployment rate. What do? They don't count what they call the discouraged worker, a person who has not had a job for over a year and he's disgusted, and because he's not looking for a job, because he's discouraged, they don't count him as unemployed. If they took those discouraged workers and put them on the unemployed list like they should be, we'd be at almost 16%. But they manipulate. They also manipulate the trade deficit. Just to make it look better, what they do, they take soybeans. It's a big export. And they play games with the soybeans. So the trade deficit looks better than it is. Take the Census Bureau. They manipulate the monthly retail sales report. You think those retail sales report you get every month is real? Hey, check it out. Go to the Census Bureau. Look at it. They're all fake. When you go and look at the report, it'll say retail and let's say retail and drugstores are up 7%. Then you go down looking for the numbers to back it up. I want to see the numbers backing up. How did you get to 7%? It's got a big NA, not available. Oh, you just want me to believe they're up 7%, but you're not going to give me the numbers. What are you, nuts? SDS is an inverse to the spiders. When the market starts collapsing, when the S&P went down 11%, starting January 26th, and I told you it was going to happen on January 16th, we were making money because we were in SDS. So join the gang tonight, 877-600-GANG. Just try it for 30 days and position yourself, at least when the market starts going down. You can say, God, at least I'm in SDS. Now you have an opportunity to really protect yourself and add to your position. But every day you're going to know when to add. When I add. If I don't add, you don't add. When I add, you add. When I take profits, you take profits. When I don't, you don't. And when I say run like hell and follow me, you run like hell. It's pretty easy. 877-600-GANG. So all these numbers we get, all the economic, they're fake numbers too, just like fake news. There is no way that you take Apple, IBM, all these companies. I mean, the amount of stock buybacks is just incredible. I mean, you're talking billions and billions of dollars. I mean, it's just nuts. Apple, $32 billion a quarter. Citigroup, $14.9 billion a quarter. These are stocks they're buying back to push their stock price up. They don't have to have good profits anymore. Bank of America, $12 billion a quarter. $12 billion. Are you kidding me? This is nuts. I mean, I'm sorry, for the year. The other one was the quarter. Apple was the quarter. JP Morgan, $15 billion. And it goes on and on and on. This is nuts. Exxon, just for a quarter, $13 billion. Microsoft for a quarter, $12 billion. AT&T for a quarter, $12 billion. Verizon, $10 billion. You get the point? That's why the stock prices go up. Because when they buy their own stock, there's less stocks left. You have fewer outstanding shares when they buy their own stock. What does that do? That means when they take their earnings, call it profits, take their profits and they spread it over the earnings that are left. I mean, the fewer stocks out there they have remaining, the earnings go up. So they take 1 million shares, they buy half of it. They got 500,000 left. They want to get their stock from $20 to $40. So they go out by 500,000 of their shares. There's 1 million of them out there. Now there's only 500,000. Now they take their earnings that stink, but because there's only 500,000 instead of 1 million shares, they take their earnings and spread it on over 500,000 instead of the 1 million. That means their earnings go up. That pushes the stock from $20 to $40. How do you think stocks have been going up? And the 10 percentile of this country, 10% of the population, is getting 85 or 80% of those gains. We can't grow unless our wages grow. But the big corporations who are our owners don't want wages to go up. If wages go up, they can't create stock bubbles in which they make a humongous amount of money doing stock buybacks. They don't want wages going up. So don't think you're going to sit there and all this nonsense you hear about wage increases, they're not going to increase your wage. Why would they? If they're increasing your wages, why are they outsourcing? They would stop outsourcing, wouldn't they? This is crazy. And our savings, that's a disaster. So, SDS is what you need. 877-600-GANG. Call right now. Follow me on that one stock, and that will protect you from any stock market crash. $39.95. I'm your coach. I give you 3 videos a day on it. Do what I tell you to do with it. They're waiting for your call. 877-600-GANG.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Information. Your world is a non-stop stream of information. As investors, we have to filter